So you got to be asking, if I want blackberries, why am I chopping down all my blackberry bushes with the Homestead? First thing I'm going to tell you is blackberry plants are like weeds. You think you want to grow blackberries? You can't get rid of blackberries. Here's some little ones. I'm just starting near the fence. Next year, they're going to look like this, because last year, this started over here that small, and this year, it's got lots of flowers on it, and it's going to have berries on it. And this is my first bush. I had actually wanted to make this a flower bed here, and the blackberries kept coming up, and I kept pulling them out, and finally I was like, why don't I just let the blackberries grow? And look at this bush. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely long, and it won't be long for all those little flowers, which the bees love, will turn into these little green berries, and the little green berries will turn into these little sort of orangey red berries, and then the red berries get really dark, and then eventually get black, and then you pick them and you put them in a jar. And there's so many great uses for them. I mean, they're just delicious. Like I said, they grow and grow and grow, and you can't get rid of them. So you might as well just grow them if you got them. Or you can go to like the farm factory supply plus place, and you can buy like a blackberry bush. They're probably pretty cheap, or maybe Lowe's, and just plant one. I'm telling you, you're going to have a million of them in no time. So you get out there and you start picking them when they're black like that. I just fill a jar. Now I'll fill a jar, like every day I'll just go out and I'll fill like a half a jar, and then the next day I'll go back and check there'll be more on there. And it goes on for about a week, maybe 2 weeks tops, that they all come on and all go away. And I'm going to show you why I cut them down, because there's kind of a trick to that. We'll get to that in a minute. But first I'm going to tell you what I do with them. So I'll put the jars, last year I just kind of ate them and stuff, but then I was like, you can freeze them. You can just leave them in the jars. They stay good in a mason jar forever. But I decided I was going to make my kombucha, which I do make, and I'll put a link in here somewhere to my making of the kombucha. Here he is getting ready to make it, so I wanted to flavor it, so I thought I'll just flavor it with the blackberries. So I put them in this bullet thing here, but I put a little too much kombucha because I wanted to mix it up really good with the kombucha that was already there. And maybe I put a little bit too much. And don't overfill your magic bullet. That's the look. that's the lesson we learned here. Forget about blackberries. Let's talk about magic bullets for a minute. Don't overfill them, because it just foamed up between the kombucha and the blackberries. And anyway, make this nice little juice. I'm just going to pour a little bit in each of these. No, it's not alcohol, people. I just use the bottles because the screw taps. Well, actually, the first one I'm filling up right now is an actual old kombucha bottle, and then there's some alcohol bottles here. But the caps stay on really good, so I just reuse them, throw them in the washing machine, dishwasher. I throw them in the washing machine with the laundry. They come out nice and clean. And then I'm just filling them up with this. Now, of course, I'm going to add, this is just for flavoring and to get it to carbonate, because there's natural sugars in there. Probably won't carbonate that much if I don't put some real sugar in, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it on. If it doesn't carbonate, that's fine too. And here you go. I'm just filling up the bottle. Look at all the foam. I'm going to have to let the foam settle down and top it off. But back to the whole thing here. Why am I chopping them down? Because you're supposed to cut them back. Because supposedly there's like 2 different types of cane that come out of the blackberry. And once the cane grows to maturity and it produces blackberries, it won't produce any more. And then I can't figure out which ones produced fruit or which ones didn't. So I'm just cutting the whole thing back. I'm cutting it back because I don't care. It's all going to grow back like it's crazy weeds. So you can go watch YouTube videos and they'll explain how to cut back the right cane and leave the right one. I'm just like, there, give me my chainsaw. I'm going to have blackberries forever. Go out there with the Homestead. That's the way we roll.